Hello, guys. Welcome. Happy Friday to each and everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful and productive week, and looking forward, as usual, to a wonderful and restive weekend. Happy Friday to those in television land and to all our silent viewers. Thank you so much for the usual support. Really appreciate each and everyone. And I hope everyone had a wonderful and festive Christmas and enjoy their Christmas with family and friends and all the togetherness and all the gifts. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. I'm just gonna quickly welcome those who are in the chat. Welcome, Truck Life. He's saying blessings, fully active. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you so much for your usual support, Truck Life. Really appreciate you being here. Tiffany, welcome. She's saying, hey, good night, Mystic family. Welcome, Tiffany. Thank you so much for your continued support. Really appreciate it. And Sunshine, aka Rocky Day. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much. And Juba Bruce, welcome. Happy Friday to you as well. And he's saying hello, blessings to each and everyone in the house. And Happy New Year to you guys when it comes. And I pray that the good Lord will bless everyone and keep everyone safe. Thank you so much for that, Juba, and likewise to you. Thank you so much. And guys, remember to like the live as you enter, share out the stream if you can, and if you're new, please show support by subscribing. And when you do subscribe, please turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified each time we're coming live or if we put out a video. And welcome, Arlene. Happy Friday to you. She's saying happy Friday, Mystic dear. Welcome, Arlene. Thank you so much for joining. And Truck Life is saying hello to Arlene, and he's saying hello, good night, Mystic Sensation. Welcome again, Truck Life. Thank you so much. And Arlene is saying increase love and blessing in 2023.
Of course.
And likewise to each and every one. All right, so I'm gonna let Baron speak. I'm just gonna do a share out.
All right, guys. Once again, my ardent listeners, right? I really appreciate you being here, right? And as usual, support Mystic Sensation. We really appreciative of that. So thank you, for the support. No, before we go into the topic, right? Because we have some interesting thing to really speak on tonight, right? But before we touch that topic, right? I just want to speak a little bit on what happened at Sting. Yes, a lot of persons are giving their opinion, right, as it relates to, them believe that Sting was a huge failure, a huge embarrassment, and the list goes on in terms of people's opinion, right? But one of the things that we are to remember is that Sting has not been kept for over 7 years, right? And as such, the reason for that is just that they face, a couple of predicaments, as it relates to the reason why they were out for 7 years. So, which two of the primary predicaments that we are going to discuss, right, as it relates to Sting, inactive for 7 years. So based on what the promoters are saying is that one of the reasons is to the fact that artists, right, price, you understand, a bit of overcharging, and so then, of course, it's a burden, right? To pay those artists because of the the price that they are charging, and so then that within itself sort of dampen Sting. And of course, you know that we have situations as it relates to COVID, right? So apart from artists overcharging, right, then we have the situation with COVID. So then Sting coming back, right, on stream, the promoters would have, of course, sat down and right make certain business decision as it relates to how Sting is going to proceed in terms of generating revenues, right, to bring back Sting to the usual momentum. We know Sting as a brand that started with the Clash, where you have artists prove themselves in that regards of entertainment. And what Sting will do from a year-to-year basis is to identify, you understand, a couple of artists that can square off, and of course a competition there. So Sting is all about competition where artists sharpen their talent against each other, and we see the better of the artists who are competing come true. So we know that Sting, that is the brand of Sting, that is the culture of Sting. All right, but that being said, apart from persons bashing Omari and bashing Queenie, right, we are going to speak as it relates to how Sting get there in terms of using Omari and Queenie. Now, for guys, what we need to understand, let us ask ourselves a question, because people are saying that Sting is a big failure. Sting disappoint, and it's a big disgrace, and so forth and so forth. But let us look on the intricacies that have to deal with Sting. Now remember, before Sting goes for Amari and Queenie, they have all the top artists there, the Valiant, right, and all those artists, and having them on display, advertising those artists before the night of Sting, right? Sting realized, based on the promoters, realized that they weren't making the revenues. So these artists that were displayed, right, they were not making the revenues for Sting. And so then Sting coming out, right, you have to understand that, okay, the first principle of business is to generate profit. So then Sting has to do something in terms of a strategic decision that they have made, right, to try to generate, you understand, the traffic. Simply means the crowd. Simply means the selling of ticket, the sales of ticket. Because when prior in terms of getting Omari and Queenie, right, as I said, the artists that were advertised, these artists, right, were not pulling the revenues for Sting. Now, as it relates to what the promoters are saying, that after they advertise Omari and Queenie, of course, Sting sold out. So people can, do all the judging that they want to do, right? The business decision that Len has to take as it relates to the capital injection, right? He has to make that decision, right? In terms of making sure that, okay, he get as much revenues so that, right, making that sort of revenue, right, the information that he get as it relates to what happened there at Sting, right? I don't think that Len or the promoters, so to speak, were anticipating, right? Particularly the way how Omari proceed in terms of the whole process, right? I mean, that was obviously a surprise for them in terms of behavior. People will behave. Sometimes you can't really predict people behavior, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and obviously, right, they learn from it. I don't think that it hurts Sting, right, in terms of my perception, but I think that the promoter will learn from that and make sure, right, from the data that being collected as it relates to what transpired, right, they will move forward. And for me, I don't believe that, okay, Sting has been, downgraded. Now, people must understand as it relates to entertainment, right? And that is what the promoter goes for. And of course, they achieve their revenue, right? So I would say if Sting failed on a revenue basis, right, that did not happen because Sting made adequate revenues, sold out, right? If the promoter did not put Omar, regardless, people are bash them, blah, 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 blah. You understand the fact of the matter? Highlighting those two persons, sold out Sting, should have now speak tandem of the sort of shop music that we are getting, that people are diverting from that. Because those artists that Sting advertised earlier did not sell Sting, did not have the sales that Sting, you understand, was anticipating. And so then, there in terms of people bashing Sting, right, to say that, okay, all right, having Omari and having Queenie and Sting is a big letdown and very blah, blah, blah. So let us talk about the high points, right? The first principle of business is to make profit. So then, having the chop artists and advertising them prior in getting Omari and Queenie, they weren't making the sales. People need to understand that. They weren't making the sales. And so then, regardless the name that you want to give with Omari, it was a disappointment as it relates to Omari behavior, certainly. Right? And of course, Queenie did what she did, and right, it wasn't too bad, right, as it relates to Queenie. But you have to understand that the objective of Sting as it relates to profit, as it relates to a business initiative, as it relates to a business decision-making process, did Sting fail as it relates to collecting those revenues? No, they didn't fail, right? They had accomplished that revenue base that they were looking for, right? So regardless of the accusation, regardless of whatever, the fact of the matter, those artists who were advertised, based on what the promoters are saying, they were not selling Sting to put them into generating the profit that they were anticipating. Hence, they go to social media, right? And of course, a strategic business decision, you understand, that they utilize had made them successful as it relates to generating the profit that they need. And that basis, Sting succeeded, right? We can all say, okay, all right, the performance toned down because none of these persons really reached the level of the sort of artists that we expected. You understand? And where the history of Sting coming from, the Super Cat versus the Ninja Man, the Bounty Killer versus the Beanie Man. That is true. That is so true. Right? That their performance, right, the lyrical vocabulary cannot match with these people, right? Because they don't really lyrically potent. But you have seen where Sting, right, had made effort in using, right, the chap artists, and they just could not drive the sales, right? So then, right, what people need to understand, apart from the personal feelings, apart from the emotions and blah, 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 right? It's an entertainment. And if persons are talking about, okay, that you tone down because Omari and Queenie being at Sting, they sort of limit, you understand, the brand. They sort of tear down the brand. But what's Sting known for? Right? It is not like Sting was a place that established decency. It's not like Sting was a place that deal with certain music, that deal with certain lyrical content that, you know, is cultural and blah, blah, blah. All of us in Jamaica know that Sting known for war type lyrics. You understand when I talk about gun lyrics? You understand when I talk about this and that and blah, blah, blah. You understand? That is what Sting known for. So when we speak of Sting being toned down, right, as it relates to performance, the culture of Sting, right, is aggressive music where artists compete against each other, right? Now, within that space, you have to understand that, okay, I am into business. The reason why I'm into business or start any business is to make profit. Is to make profit. So then, having to display those artists, and I'm not seeing the revenue, what did you want Len to do? I just want people, I want the world to understand that. Len, as a business person, right, who put on Sting for years and years, right, and being successful with the competition that he created. You understand? Now, what did you want him to do? Knowing that, okay, for 7 years, right, his business on the down low, right? And let me tell you something about Jamaican artists. I want to speak in tandem, and I hope, you know, this information might reach some of them. Having to overcharge your price because you are making comparison of artists in the United States making millions of dollars, right? And just try to compete, Jamaican artists try to compete with the American artists, right? It doesn't make any sense. And let me tell you why it doesn't make any sense. You have to understand that the Jamaican market is a very small market. If you are not aiming to come out of the circles of Jamaica, which obviously the chop music, right, doesn't have the capacity to do that. So let me just start this, right? I know with people who might be finding difference, you understand? Okay, we allow the opinion, right? But as it relates to facts, we're not talking about Jamaica. Jamaican don't even purchase, majority of Jamaican don't even purchase music. So majority of Jamaican don't support Jamaican artists as it relates to sales, as it relates to purchases. You understand? To boost that that artist. Think of it, people, and be wise, be prudent. Jamaican population is 3.5, right? Population. So if a Jamaican artist want to compete himself with an American artist, where American population is roughly about maybe 14 million people and have a huge market sales, right? Obviously, the American artist, right, by its market size, is going to make much more money than the Jamaican artist. So then the comparison is unfair. If a Jamaican artist is looking at the American artist and said, okay, all right, the American artist talk two lyrics and him rich and him buy this and him buy that. You understand? I want to talk two lyrics to and get the money, and you understand? And you charge and you overcharge and blah, blah, blah. That is what is killing the music. Enough of us, plenty of us, are not talking that the dilemma that Sting suffered was to the fact that the artists, Jamaican artists, right, decided, right, that they were not going to perform at Sting if they don't get certain type of money. Some artists is asking for $2 million. You understand, for put up in the mic for 3 hours. Some artists are asking all sort of $1 million. You understand, for put up in the mic for 3 hours. Just look at it. It's ridiculous. And so then by you doing that, right, you are not realizing that you are damaging your own food basket. That is what you are doing. You're not preserving the music. So when you kill an entity like Sting, it is not the promoter killing Sting. It is not the promoter killing Sting. It is our same Jamaican artists, right, who believe that, okay, they need to get the same money where the American artists are getting, and they need to reach quick. So then that is a problem, you understand, that Jamaican artists have. And what Sting should have shown them, right, with this situation is to say that what if Leng did not utilize Queenie and Omari? Let us ask ourselves the question. Let us ask the word is, where would Leng generate all that money from? Right? Sting being sell out. Right? People are moving from sort of the violent music. The gun lyrics, people are moving away from that. Because a lot of us do believe, right, that the lyrics that coming from these new artists is not doing our society any good. These new artists cannot even survive out of Jamaican shores. Let us all ask the question then, since we want to criticize what Leng did. When last a Jamaican artist sell 1 million copies globally? Ask that question. Ask which one of the Jamaican artists is selling millions of copies. Just ask that question, and then you will understand how a dancehall music has been feeling as a result of the sort of lyrical content that we are getting. And so then, what is now competing with us? The Afrobeats. The Afrobeats are now taking over. You have some Jamaican artists disgruntled about that, to the fact that the African beats is taking over. Burna Boy now becomes a big thing. They are wondering how that happened. Right? How did that happen? It goes back, as what I am saying, to your market size. And what are you doing as a Jamaican artist to take the music, you understand, towards Europe, or take the music globally? You have to come out, you have to have the ability, the capacity to take it out of the Jamaican sphere, because Jamaicans, on a whole, don't buy music. And so then, if you are to compete now, the dancehall music and the Afrobeats, which one of the two is selling on the global scale? Let us start, people. Let us start so we can talk about Amari and Queenie, them mash up thing, them disgrace thing and rare blah blah blah. This as the diva said, Burna Boy soon burn out at TikTok, make him get famous. Well, all right. Let me answer the sassy. We want TikTok to make one of our Jamaican artists famous, like Burna Boy. This is what we are saying. So then if Burna Boy use a medium to get famous, remember that we are not limited from utilizing the very same medium, right? So then we have access to the medium that expand Burna Boy. The fact of the matter, since we have that access, why we don't utilize that access so that Jamaican artists can be at the same level where Burna Boy is. Right? So Ricardo said Afrobeats and soca is the hit thing, right? Run for me. Right now for me. So there you go. As it relates to, again, the lyrical content, where that is going. So while Jamaica, and let me tell people this, and let me tell Jamaican this. While if you have even 95% of Jamaicans who rated, you understand, the trap music, the fact of the matter, it is not surviving in Europe. It is not surviving globally. So when you compete as it relates to sales, it is not driving the sales. And so then, right, these Jamaican artists need to come together, be more creative, so that they can merge into bigger markets. Because if your focus is only to Jamaica, you understand me, I say, and you are not trying to expand out of Jamaica market size. Ricardo said that's somewhat true, Sassy, but the fact said people can enjoy the beats and literally have fun. That's why more people gravitate to him. But how much people are going to really gravitate to Chop and Gun Song them? Ricardo, you couldn't have said it any better. And this is what we are saying now. So you see, Sting, what Sting shows us, and this is what I want people to think about. What Sting really shows us is that, for Sting to make it, they have to use Omari and Queenie to make profit. So then what happened to the artists that were advertised prior in going for Omari and Queenie? So regardless of all the bashing that they are getting, the fact of the matter is that Sting generate the profit that they have anticipated, right? So then, as what Sassy said, but we as Jamaican don't recognize our own artists unless them go overseas, go mix with the artist over there. So Sassy, this is what I am speaking about, right? The ability, the capacity of our artists to recognize the vulnerabilities in our music. Take it to a level. If you have to merge with reggae beats, what's wrong with reggae beats? What's wrong with Afrobeats? Why are some of us Jamaicans are beating down the Afrobeats? Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. Jamaicans, you need to think business-wise, and you need to think globally, not confine yourself, not any form of, you understand, myopic, limitation, right? So then if Afrobeats doing it, right? A Jamaican artist can merge with that, and Africa can merge. Remember, you know, Africa is our ancestors. We shouldn't be seeing difference. You understand? Or it seems like we want to criticize the Afrobeats or so forth. What about merging? So then, if we merge, how far would an artist reach as it relates to the sales that that artist can possibly generate? You see where I'm going? So then, as opposed to going against, as opposed to you understand the fight against and this and that and that, what about merging? What about shaping a talent? Because at the end of the day, we have a situation dealing with where people are moving away from an artist who they talk about me fully dance. I'm at the back of the class. People, let us be reasonable.
It's not a joke.
No, seriously. Let us be reasonable. No, okay, all right. Fully dance. I'm at the back of the class. Jamaica find majority of the Jamaicans and find tough slang, you understand, and rare blah blah blah, and it make it little rounds in a Jamaica. Now, people, what I want to ask you, I want to ask the whole Jamaica community, when the song they go Europe, and the Europeans are listening to it, and the European get to understand what this artist is saying, how does that work?
It's negative.
It's a negative message. You understand? Number one, parents in Europe is going to make sure that their children doesn't listen to garbage like that. Right? But guess what? We tend to justify our wrongdoings. And we tend to just, you understand what I say? The truth of the matter. If someone in Jamaica who is going to sing a music and talk about he's fully dance, and you are to accept that he's fully dance, right? Where the society is going, and where that music is going, and that's why I'm glad as it relates to the experience of Sting to show people that, guess what? These artists cannot stand alone. They cannot sell a program because they didn't sell Sting. So that goes to show you, right? Sassy said, show that to Ricky, but we don't recognize our artists that sings conscious song. So this is what we are saying in terms of how our society is moving. You understand, on a paradigm shift that needed, you understand, as it relates to our society.
Okay.
Right?
Sassy is also saying,
I think we love Afrobeats.
Not sure why some would be fighting it down, and that's basically how reggae was formed.
Exactly, Sassy. Exactly. So when we think of that, right? Let us look on the financial decision and the strategic business strategy that Leng utilized. Let us ask ourselves a question. Did Leng fail? Did Sting fail as it relates to the revenues that was generated? No, they didn't fail. Now, if you're talking about performance as in comparison of the culture of Sting, we all know that yes, was a graphic failure. They don't have the lyrical content, you understand, that would have them land on Sting stage, right? They don't have the lyrical potency, right, to carry a Sting crowd, right? But what they have, right, is that excitement that people anticipated, entertainment that sold out Sting.
Yeah.
the other persons who were advertised as it relates to the Valiant and so forth and so forth and so forth, right? They weren't generating the sales. And so I have to applaud. I have to applaud Leng and FD, right? Who have to make, a business decision in terms of generating the profit that they need. So now, what Leng is going to do now, right? Remember, Leng no pay me if you say this, you know. Because remember, say me and him have difference, you know. And I think as it relates to the history and my experience of Leng, you understand, his behavior is rotten as it relates to my experience. So remember, you understand, so me have that history with Leng. So the things say Leng, you understand, not talk, you understand, rare black. I'm talking to facts, people. The facts is what I am speaking. And I am saying, kudos goes to Leng and FD as it relates to the business objective. Right? Omari, headlining Omari and Queenie, right? Made it for them financially. Right? The fact of the matter, the other artists did not do it. Now, that is with this thing that I want to just give my 2 cents on as it relates to my subjective opinion. Of course, other persons are going to have their opinion, and that's fine, right? If they think otherwise. You have some persons who believe that, okay, all right, Omari and Queenie, you understand, carry down the caliber of Sting, right? But when it comes to business perspective, right, business is going to look about their profit. The principle of business is to generate a profit. Was profit generated? Yes, profit generated. Do you call that success? Yes, call that success. For other persons who want to believe otherwise and have their personal opinion, well, that's fine. We welcome that too. Now we want to also speak about, because this is tonight, I want to speak about some fundamental issues, right? Politically. I know that Sassy don't like when I speak politically, but Sassy, let me tell you something. All of our lives, right, has political implications. Trust me, whether we want to, speak about it or whatever, because politicians are persons who represent us. They are the one who is looking over our affairs. And so then we have to make sure that, of course, we know who we are voting for, we know who is going to represent us at best, because we want the best representation. Having said this, you know that the topic speak about 2 politicians, right, as it relates to pedophile offenses that I am going to speak on.
Alleged.
Alleged pedophile allegations, right? And so then we are going to touch that. One of the reasons why I'm touching it, because, and let me say this, right? I heard this on social media, right? I heard it from a particular channel as well that I was actually listening to. And when I heard it, I was shocked, because the truth be told, it's the first time I got wind of it. And when we think as a society, let me say this, if we have politicians, particularly member of parliament, right, who may have committed such an atrocity, pedophile, it is extremely serious. Now, let me say this, that this is a case that happened 7 years ago, right, from 2015. So people might say, then why Byron is speaking of it? Let me tell you the reason why I'm speaking of it. Two reasons. Two reasons why I'm speaking of it. Because reason number one, the persons, as it relates to the complainant of this case, did not have their time in court. One of the persons, right, is adamant that she wanted her time in court. One of the persons speak about a prominent politician and where she was molested when she was at 13 years old. And I want people to take that in. 13 years old, a politician, political leader, who is representing us on a global stage, did that. But before we address that, I want to show you a clip of some of what we are experiencing right here, right in Canada, as it relates to certain climate that we have to work through. And I'm going to play the clip, right, just for people to understand, right, the dilemma, some of the harsh conditions that we have to hustle, through. We have to work, regardless of what the condition is. We have to struggle and go to work in some of the weather, and those are some extreme weathers that cause life. Now, if there's a situation again that you may break down in any of those extreme weather, it can result in your life being lost. And that is the truth about the matter. So I want to build your awareness as it relates to some of the harsh conditions that Jamaicans need to understand what we are tiling through, right? And so when you hear it, I hope it better prepare you as it relates to the awareness of what we are facing, right? It is not an easy task. So, wifey, right? I want you to play the clip, right? To just give that level of awareness as it relates to how many persons died as a result of those harsh conditions. I want you to visualize it for yourself, right? We sometimes have to work into climatical condition as it relates to minus 35, minus 37. Those are severe weather conditions that can take life, right? And that it is even recommended that we not spend 5 minutes outside. You understand? So I just want for you to just, be highlighted as it relates to what we, right, face. And so when, we come to Jamaica, right, and, we give something, you understand, would like, for it to be appreciated of, right? And we don't know the thing go, but it's not easy. It's not an easy road. You understand? I know everything that glitter, right, is gold. You understand me? They tell us something, say the condition tough. And some persons, right, I mean, have to do 2 jobs, right, and so forth to make 2 ends meet. So it's a really difficult situation. So, wife, you can play the clip. All right. So just sort of visualize what happened here.
Oh, sorry. Let me just take up a share screen.
Oh, okay.
One sec, guys. Let me just bring it up to share.
Before the storm enters the history books, residents in and around Buffalo, New York must still cope with the present.
The blizzard conditions, of course, are gone, but we're going to be responding in some ways to this blizzard for still a number of days.
Power is coming back on, and most highways are slowly reopening. Though a state of emergency remains in place, and a federal disaster declaration was approved on Monday. This once-in-a-lifetime blizzard hit hard, and the scars are still forming.
Going into homes, going into vehicles, and too many tragic times finding people who did not survive the experience.
Dozens of people in this region lost their lives, a number officials believe will grow. And while the storm's impact is painfully evident across western New York, much further south, Arctic cold has also wreaked havoc on water systems through parts of South Carolina and in Mississippi, resulting in boil water advisories for the second time since August.
You got hundreds of people throughout the city of Jackson with no water.
Travel also remains at a crawl. Most airports, except for Buffalo, are open, just crowded. And while airlines are slowly coming around,
we do not have rebooking options.
Southwest Airlines is far behind, canceling thousands of flights Monday and Tuesday due to inundated scheduling systems.
We end up with flight crews and airplanes that are out of place and not in the cities that they need to be in.
Our processes, our IT, our infrastructure just wasn't there to support the operation. And unfortunately, our customers are bearing the brunt of it.
There will now be a federal review into the airline's operating procedures. Little solace to those left behind by a storm many will try to, but few will likely forget. Reggie Cicchini, Global News.
All right, just a visual of that. So what we are going to so what we are going to do, guys, is to discuss the situation that we previously spoke about as it relates to politician and two politicians as it relates to that pedophile case allegations, right? Now, in 2015, right, we have Dan Query, who is the former GLP counselor, right, was accused of raping a 15-year-old young lady, a teenager, right, where he was charged for 2 counts, right? Now, what happened, right, we have a person who also was caught up with the situation as well, a lady by the name of Shan, who, was known to involve in terms of bringing young girls, right, to Dan Query, right, and aid and abet the process, right, for that incident to happen. Now, 2015. Why are you now discussing this, Byron, and it is 2015? Now, well, guess what? This case has reached the surface of the criminal justice system. I want people to listen to me carefully. Has reached the surface of the criminal justice system as it relates to investigation that police actually charged Dan Query, right, for the crime. What happened after there? What happened was to the fact that this case was not processed through the court system, right? Was not processed through the court system. I am going to play a clip as it relates to the source and make you follow me on this because I am going to speak more interesting situation, right? Play that clip, with Dan Query for persons to be aware of what I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm talking about it, because it has not been processed through the court system. Now, these are politicians. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
In other news, former Jamaica Labour Party JLP councillor Don Query is facing even more criminal charges. 48-year-old Query appeared before the judge on Thursday, where he was granted bail at 4 million Jamaican dollars, or approximately $34,000 US, for 2 counts of rape. Query is facing charges for raping a 15-year-old and another victim. The newer claimant says that Query assaulted her in June 2015 at an apartment in Upper St. Andrew. She reported the matter in July. However, Query is denying this claim.
Yes, so Miss
The complainant
Monica,
and Query have
happy New
admitted
Year.
to being in a relationship. Query and 23-year-old Shanique Williams are accused of raping a 15-year-old female in November of 2013. Williams, who has been charged with a count of aiding and abetting rape and sexual touching, was offered $1.5 million bail on Monday. Meanwhile, police are investigating an arson attack at Shanique Williams' family home in Richmond, St. Mary. The fire destroyed a car and parts of the home.
Okay.
In
All right.
other news,
So then I want persons, right, to have an awareness as it relates to that, right? Have an awareness as it relates to that. Now, the reason for me to touching this, as I said, did not go through, you understand, the court process as it relates to the complainant being heard by a judge. But let us move forward to another politician, right, from the Jamaica Labour Party as well, right, who has a similar situation, you understand, on a similar MO as it relates to what happened there. Now we have a complainant by the name of Stacey Thompson, who stated on a file in London, affidavit in London, and where she signed same to be true and correct, that at 13 years of age, she was molested by Robert Montague. Look, people, she alleged that she was molested by Robert Montague. Now, this person is in England. It is not like the person is in Jamaica and wanted to say some things, right, to go to England. The person is in England, right, and this person, right, is speaking of it because this person is adamant that she wanted justice. But I am going to play a clip again to show you of the case, and then we discuss that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Damian Mitchell. The police say they have launched an investigation into a video circulating on social media of a female being sexually assaulted by a male. The girl can be heard several times calling the name of her offender and pleading for him to stop. The JLP chairman, Senator Robert Montague, is denying rape allegations against him. Montague says there has also been an attempt to extort him, and he has reported the matter to the police. The Jamaica Fire Brigade says it's yet to determine what...
Okay, so I am just showing the source, right, where we got the information from, right? But let us speak on it, right? Now, this young lady in England, right, said she had made several attempts to speak to a Jamaican authority because she wants her voice to be heard as it relates to this incident. And upon several occasions, right, she had been denied that access. Now, people, look, we cannot be partisan on an issue like this. The persons who we are talking about here are political representatives on a global stage from 2015. And remember that an election, right, proceeded after 2015, which reseated Robert Montague. Let us ask a question, right? Many persons may have not known about this information. And he, still continue in holding a public office. I am not here to say whether or not, because I have no evidence of the allegation as it relates to facts that this happened. But where you have a situation where a member of parliament being accused in a situation like this, and which is now making its rounds on social media, as it relates to the young lady who is claiming that she wants her voice to be heard. I am saying, then if the Prime Minister, having receipt of this information, right, should make a difference in the matter of making sure that this young lady, right, come through a process, right, where she can be heard. This is my point of discussing it, This is my point of discussing it. Right? Where you have political representative being accused of something like this. I am not saying that he's guilty or he's not guilty. I am saying what happened to the opportunity for the person to have a hearing in this matter. Right? There's an affidavit that's signed in London where this young lady signed to the affidavit. Right? That what she stated is facts. Right? So regardless of how we want to swing it, right? We have to understand what we as a Jamaican stand for. Right? We have to stand that, okay, all right. We need to have an understanding in this matter. And if the Prime Minister in earshot of this information should have also encouraged to have clarity in the matter, to be honest. Right? Because what are we saying, Jamaica? What are we saying? Right? We cannot be saying that, okay, it's okay, right, for this sort of molestation to take place and we place no regards to it. The young lady claimed that she was physically abused, taken to, you understand, Robert Montague's womb. So let me ask the question then. What would be the reason? Let us ask the question, Jamaica. I'm going to ask some, probative question. Number one, what would be the reason for Robert Montague to have this young lady in 13, I'm not calling her young lady, teenager, in his car, 13 years of age, teenager, in his car. Right? It is not like the young lady doesn't know, the teenager doesn't know Robert Montague house. She has been there. Right? And so then what? To have him having her in his vehicle. Right? And regardless what he's saying now, you understand, because his defense on this matter is to say that the person want to extort him. This is serious. This is serious. You understand? The allegation itself is serious as it relates to our political representative. So what does the Jamaican society stand for? What do we as a people stand for? Right? And so then, if that young lady is making several efforts in terms of what she's doing, that this lady had gone, taken it upon herself, had gone, right, to where she had gone, right, and file an affidavit stating everything what happened to her. My Jamaican people, let us talk about it, right? I am not saying that this young lady, right, is telling the truth. I am not saying that this young lady is lying. What I am saying, that based on the several attempts that this lady, this young lady, which is about 21 now, in terms of her age, right? Her voice need to be heard in Jamaica criminal justice system as it relates to processing her via the courts. What's so difficult in that? So then, if Mr. Montague having to deal with this information, because remember, you know, even on the political campaign, you know, he's going to get batched for it as it relates to the opposition. They are going to speak about it. The opposition is going to speak about it. So then, for Montague, right, to clear his name, I would have anticipated that if I am being accused wrongfully, I am going on the burner to clear my name as a political representative. I am going to fight tooth and nail, right, to clear my name in this matter. And so then, if this young lady is claiming that, okay, she wanted to come and she wanted to testify about what transpired, right? Why not giving that opportunity to her as it relates to transparency, checks and balance, right? So then you have to understand that, look, let us talk about transparency, checks and balance. So then if an allegation out there, you don't just leave that allegation out there to take over social media space. Robert Montague need to come, right, and deal with this. And if you can come publicly, you understand, and aid to assist this young lady, you understand, to come, right, and give her fair share of testimony in the court system. Let that happen. Let us look back on the previous case with Dan Query. The previous case with Dan Query, the complainant has not got the chance in court. What is wrong with that? Isn't that there's a pattern? There's a lady who aided the process in bringing young girls to Dan Query. Now, in this matter, with Robert Montague, there is also a lady by the name of Sasha, who it alleged was bringing young girls to Robert Montague. You see the MO as it relates to the two politicians. There's a striking MO there. So then, guess what? This is a crippling allegation. And we can't, let me say this, if the information is true, having pedophile representing us in our political process, it should not happen. And Jamaica should not stand for that. Now, let me turn on a different thing on the last subject matter right before I hand it over to wifey. Now, when we look on Jamaica situation as it relates to the economic problem, right? We have seen 2015, prior to Andrew Holness taking over the prime ministership, that they came out with a scenario and they criticized the incumbent government at the time. They spoke about, rising inflation. They carry out basket size to show, right, that basic food items were getting out of the common people. Andrew Holness spoke clearly that when the government feel like this, people need to speak on these failures. Now, Andrew Holness spoke about the crime back then. I want to, people, I am speaking something here. In 2015, Andrew Holness spoke on the crime and criticized the incumbent government as it relates to the crime stat at the time. The crime stat in 2015, I think it was 1,200 persons, you understand, being number 3. Okay. And he criticized the government for that and said the government lost vision. Now remember, in 2015, this is what he did. So I'm going to play the clip for us to hear him again and what he said. And we are going to speak on the comparison between then and now. And so people, when you hear me talking about getting rid of these two parties, try and understand where I'm going. Try and understand where I'm going. Right? Because when PNP in power, GLP know what to do and know how to solve the crime. When GLP is in power, PNP know what to do and how to solve the crime. So let me ask, the crime statistics as it is today, over 1,480 passed last year. If the People's National Party win this election, are they going to have a better performance in crime? No. But before we get into that, let us play the clip for people to be reminded. All right.
In news from Jamaica, a government without a growth plan. That's how opposition leader Andrew Holness has described the Portia Simpson Miller administration. Mr. Holness poured scorn on the government's handling of the economy as he made his contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate in Parliament on Thursday. More in this report from Tanika Thomas.
For opposition leader Andrew Holness, the government's 3-year in office is tantamount to failure. He says little has been done to ease the financial burden Jamaicans are faced with. Making his budget presentation in Gordon House on Thursday, Mr. Holness argues that Jamaicans are worse off today than they were in 2011 under the former JLP administration. Holness claims rising food prices, a devalued currency, and high unemployment are just some of the failures of the Portia Simpson Miller government. To bring across his point, he returned with his favorite analogy, the food basket, demonstrating how spending power has diminished drastically for a minimum wage earner. He compared what a low-income earner was able to afford in 2011 versus 2015.
This has no upscale or curry goat. This is the reality of the People's National Party government on the docks of Jamaica. This is what you can get in Jamaica now. You can still get that, you know. You get one tin of sardine. You can only get one tin of mackerel. This is the first demonstration of where the country has gone under the PNP.
Mr. Holness contends that a JLP government would do better at managing the economy. He says if the economy does not grow at a sustainable rate of at least 5%, then the IMF stipulations will become unbearable for nationals.
It should be clear even to those who refuse to see that the PNP government knows nothing about how to grow the economy. We in the Labour Party know how to put plans in place to facilitate growth. The Labour Party is the growth party. The only two periods of sustained growth above 5% in Jamaica since independence occurred under the Jamaica Labour Party.
He also criticized the government for failing to create a clear growth plan. He says Jamaicans are overtaxed.
If you pay your taxes, you should not be harassed for more taxes. And that, Mr. Speaker, is what many people in the business community feels. That the people who pay their taxes are the ones who are going to get harassed again.
Tanika Thomas reporting for...
Okay. People, no, you heard it for yourself.
We still can't afford nothing, no.
People,
Half a bag of that, all you get now.
People, you hear it for yourself. No. Judging, I'm going to ask Jamaican this, you know. It's just that I don't know. I think I don't know really and truly how to get through, you understand, my people's brain. But listen, the bag of hide that we have seen there, right? We know say far less now, right? Now, as it relates to what he said, I know that Jamaicans are paying more tax. No. So tell me, right? What better performance Andrew Holness led government had done as it relates to their predecessors? Crime. When Andrew took over crime, it was at 1,200. 1,200. People go back and look. Go back and look at the statistics. 1,200. Last year, the crime exceeded over 1,400. This year, the crime passed last year 1,480 and counting. It might gone 1,500 already, because that was roughly about 2 weeks ago. And we know very well that the last 2 weeks, right, might be more than 10 persons, being number 3. So let us ask ourselves the question, right? What sort of progress, right, the Jamaica Labour Party had done? Has the Jamaican Labour Party eased the burden of taxes from the people? Is the oil, the little oil that you see there, right? Can people afford it? No. So then, when I speak of a third party, and that we need to give a third party a chance, it's for you to see that it's a room for rents apply within politics, playing between the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party, who have no interest to pull Jamaican people out of the dilemma that they are currently in. They are playing politics with you people. Right? And as long as you hold on to any of the two parties, you are not going to be relieved of the burden and the pressures of life. Right? Education, you understand, is going to be unaffordable. Healthcare is going to be unaffordable. And God, he knows. Juba Bruce said, okay, right now things cannot buy in Jamaica. Everything gone skyrocket. And so then this is what we are talking about as it relates to, right, Andrew Holness' series of promises that he had promised, right, but unable to deliver any of them, right, and being criticized. Now you have a Minister of National Security, and remember, I am not saying that it is Jamaican Labour Party, you understand, solely responsible for our, current crime statistics. You have heard me saying from time and time and time again that both parties have to take responsibility of our crime situation because they both failed us. The crime cannot solve Jamaican people. Let me tell you something. Because crime paid these politicians. Let me remind you of something. You have some big drugs man who got caught the other day. We heard nothing about those cases. Nothing about those cases. Because the implication will extend to where it is going. And so then everything is hush-hush. So how are they going to solve crime when crime is paying them? They have no interest to educate the vulnerable. Because as long as the vulnerable keep on putting them in power, why change it? Why change? If it is working, right? Why change it? Why change the method? I am not going to change a method if the method is working for me. You see where I'm going? I'm not going to change that method. And so then that being said, right? The poorer class of people that every time I come here and I keep on speak and I keep on speak on these issues, right? And the level of corruption that is taking place. Jamaica, if we don't utilize a third party, we are going to face the abyss. It is as simple as that. A, B, C. Right? And let me tell you something. We have an election in near sight. What do you think they are going to come out with? They're going to tell you all the good things that they have done that you can't see it. And you can't see the benefit. They're going to tell you about the false growth that generated by them. But your simple pocketbook issue, you cannot see it. And you ask yourself the question, so will that the growth the day? You understand? Jamaica Labour Party will come and tell you that, okay, under their governance, you understand, Jamaica grow X amount of percentage and blah, 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 selling their campaign lies while people are suffering. People are suffering. And all they are doing right now, what they are doing is to strategize. So the other day when Robert Montague came out and defending, right, Andrew Holness, right, to the T, We understand. No, we understand why, some of the reasons why he is defending him. Because based on that allegation there, right? Nothing has been done, right? And so then it's the body club, right? Yeah. I cleared the way for you and you cleared the way for me. I scratch your back and you scratch mine, right? And so then you see things getting out of hand. And then Andrew Holness is not going to step in and make that decision. Look where the crime is going under Andrew Holness' tenor. And Andrew is not going to change Horace Chang from that portfolio. And let me bet you this, that if the election comes and if Jamaican Labour Party win the government, Horace Chang will still be there and crime still be growing. So you tell me now, and let me plan a scenario right here. You have a medical problem and you are going to a particular doctor. Hairs upon hairs, ears upon hairs, and the sore foot still keep on broken out. And he might give you, right, a particular medication. And the medication is not working. This foot, the sore foot, broke out and broke out. And you still go back there. You still get the medication. I don't understand us as a people that we keep on doing the same wrong over and over and over and over, and just somehow expect different results. It is madness. So Juba said, okay, I'm sorry to say this, but the people are the ones that should be playing because they are being like they are blind. Juba?
I think there's a typo somewhere there.
Pain, okay. Juba, I have to agree with you. As I said, it is the vulnerable, strong, voting bloc in the ghetto keep on putting these two parties, giving them life energy to have their member of parliament seated in the government to do what? Nothing for them. So for people who live in a Tivoli, let me ask, are all those people comfortable with their lifestyle that they are living? For people who live in a Denham town, are they comfortable? For people who live in Marvally, are they comfortable? For people who live in a Canterbury, right? And all those ghetto areas, you name it. Mountain View, you name it. Are they comfortable? Right? And all we are saying, makes sense to try a third party now work. A third party is not working because, simple maths, we have not tried it. And so then, the principle of our politics is that majority, right, will be in power. Or the majority of Jamaicans believe that, okay, let us for this time try a third party. Because God, he knows, to be truthful, these two parties are what I am describing has now become a virus in our life. Right? Has become a virus in our life. When we look around us, what are the improvements? Right? We have seen highways, right? Building. And we have seen the enormous taxes that we have to pay for these highways. But when you look into the inner cities, the inner communities, right? We have been facing with what? Barrows, some pothole, as a matter of fact, some crater in the communities. You understand? Just not just ordinary barrow. I mean, deep 2 feet and 3 feet hole in the roots. Definitely not comfortable Byron. You see what I say, natural Tommy? There are NS said, talk it up, bless up NS. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That when we look at the situation that we are facing, right? We are not saying to ourselves that we deserve better. We need to be better represented.
True.
Right? Let us talk about the facts of life here. How many persons who are in the volatile communities like the ghetto areas afford tertiary level education? How many persons there who can afford it? How many persons? Right? But when the time comes for an election season, they know how to send them to bus, galvanize them, bring out the vote. Because that now becomes a culture in the people's mind. It becomes now a state of mind. That it seems like the people cannot function even when they know that their party done some blatant wrong. They will not look on the other party or other members of the other party, right? Because they are diated to the core. Now, I want to speak something specifically on the hypocrisy that is taking place as it relates to our crime. We look in Jamaica today, and I spoke this over and over again, as it relates to how many churches are there in Jamaica. But yet our crime is the highest in the Caribbean. The two countries that are so religious, Jamaica and Haiti, their crime stat numbers are high. So what is wrong here? What is wrong here? Right? What are our pastors are doing? What are our leaders are doing? Right? Now you have situation, and I'm telling you people, right? I'm telling you that if you have your government, right? So let us look at something here with Andrew Holness. That the Integrity Commission, and I'm going to speak this again, that the laws of the Integrity Commission, right, is to oversee the government as it relates to government contracts, right? And ensure that all politicians, members of parliament, declared their statutory declaration. Andrew Holness has a problem in doing so. Jamaican people, wise up. Juba say, okay, the people that love the politics more than love themselves. The people that love the politics more than love themselves. So true, Juba. Jamaican people, I want to show you something. And I've been speaking on this. And for persons who on social media, right, that we all need to come together and have Andrew Holness. Just for transparency, just for transparency. Let me talk this for transparency. Andrew Holness, prior to 2015, people are not seeing it. Prior to 2015, whatever businesses that Andrew held at the time were not that successful. We're not that successful. We know, right, that those businesses weren't successful. You are going to tell me, people, that 6 years, going 7 years, being the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness is one of the richest politicians passed through Jamaican hemisphere. Okay, let us stop the accusation. All we are saying to Andrew, be transparent to avoid all the curiosity, which we may wrong. Let me say that. So I am speaking in a sense that I don't want to accuse him. But to avoid accusation, I am saying to him, be transparent. You are the Prime Minister of Jamaica. You are at the helm of the political process. And so then if you are finding it difficult to declare your statutory declaration, what are you telling your other members of parliament to do? It's a fair analogy. That if you, the leader, right, having it difficult to declare your statutory declaration as it relates to the policy of the Integrity Commission, and as what the policy says, as what the law says, that you should be penalized as well. You have not been penalized, and you have not coming forward with your statutory declaration. So then, are you going to go into a different, in the coming election season, not showing or declaring your statutory declaration? No, 2022 partially done, and we only have a day left. So what is going on with that? So you being the leader, what is what you are saying? Are you leading by example as it relates to being transparent? No, certainly not. You're not doing that. And we're talking about transparency. Here we have, right, situations that you are not being addressing as well. Right? And as I said, as it relates to that allegation pertaining to Robert Montague, right, and Dan Query, as it relates to pedophile offenses, I am not saying that they're guilty. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying the allegation is terrible. It happened from 2015. That young lady who's currently in England wants justice. It can't be a nice thing on the Jamaican society, for the Jamaican society, right, to don't have a problem with that. To don't have a problem with that. If we have, let me say, if we have members of parliament who are pedophiles, then what are you telling our criminals to do? What are you telling our criminals to do? Then, if it is okay for you, if, let me say that, the allegation is true, because it has not yet been proven, let me put that out there, right? But the allegation is out there. But think of what I'm saying. If I was in your seat, sir, with due respect, and I am representing Jamaican people globally which you're a politician, you're a member of parliament, that is exactly what you are doing. To clear the air, aid that young lady who wanted so much to have her testimony to be heard. If you are not guilty of her accusation, then face her accusation. Face your accuser. I believe that if someone tell a lie on me, I am going to do it in my interest of proven if I am not guilty. Right? But this young lady is coming out. This young lady knows where you live. My question to you, you as a member of parliament, driving up and down with a 13-year-old girl in your vehicle. What is that? Nobody knows nothing wrong with that? Huh? And now this 13-year-old girl, right? Accusing you of this level of abuse that she had processed. And nobody knows anything wrong with that. And in your defense, she's trying to extort money from you. And Andrew's silent about the matter. Their defense, okay, it is the opposition party who is trying to have a political ploy. I want to know if the opposition party tell you if you put this young girl in their car. Are the opposition party tell you to do that? Huh? Many know the opposition party tell you to put this little girl in your car and carry this little girl in your house if it happened based on the allegation. Right? And then why would you be influenced by the People's National Party telling you to put the little girl in your car and carry the little girl in your house? So you see what I say is madness. Right? So this is what we are saying. Right? And I'm not hearing the opposition hitting hard against this. Because the opposition is cool like a log. Right? Cool.
No teeth.
No teeth, no grip. You understand? So who is defending us? When we have an opposition there, the opposition is supposed to be a watchdog over the government. That any wrong move, you understand, the people need to be aware. And the opposition is dead flat. Opposition is dead damn flat. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. Once again, thank you for listening to Mystic Sensation. Bringing us to your home digitally in your digital space. We so much appreciative of that. We are going to get into jeopardy and hand over that responsibility to wifey. Thank you for listening to me.
Okay, thank you so much for that presentation. Really appreciate the continued enlightening presentations that you do, bringing awareness. Really appreciate that.
All right.
Okay, and Chuck Life is saying, well done as always, Mr. Baron.
Thank you, Chuck Life, as always, sir.
All right. So, and Sassy saying we have to defend ourselves.
Yes,
and
Sassy.
she's so right, because there's so much silence on the part of the opposition that it's deafening.
It's deafening, right? And as you said, Sassy,
silence.
right? We have to defend ourselves.
No, it's just they're not really coming out on and speaking up, really.
It's crazy.
All right, so we are going to be going into Jeopardy. So let me just bring up the template here. I'm going to share my screen and you guys know the rules. If it's a place or thing, then you answer what is or where is. And if it's the name of a person or profession, it's who is. And we are playing for credit. Person with the most points get $1,000 Digicel or Flow credit, and then we have 4 runners up for $500 credit, which is same either Digicel or Flow. Okay, and Sassy is saying, you just turn up Sassy here. She's saying none of the two make sense. None of them.
None
Sassy.
of the two make sense, Sassy. 110% agree with your sister, Sassy. Right, and that is what I'm saying.
Just a swap dog for monkey.
Right.
PNP come in when I think them do us justice with voting GLP and likewise vice versa. It's just crazy. Okay, Sassy, no, Tati, no, you're not late. Whenever you arrive, it's good timing. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Okay, so the questions are in the form of a statement, and you're gonna answer in the form of a question. All right, so I see Truck Life has thrown out the first category.
All right.
But let me go over the categories. I think the logo is hiding the last category there. So we have shoes brand, famous people, car brands, parishes and capitals, and then plants. Plants is the one that's hiding behind the logo there. Can I get a piece of pen out of the holder, please?
Oh, yes.
Ricardo said, I move both cars. Okay, and Truck Life is starting it off with cars for 500. All right, so it wants the car brand. Okay, so 500. Which brand, which car uses that brand? Name the car company that has that logo.
I love that car.
Ricardo said, lightning topics. Oh my goodness. Ricardo, it's everyday things that affect us and we have to discuss them. All right. Okay, the people them know them vehicle. Ricardo, you have to say, look how the people them know them vehicle. You show what Truck Life it is now kangaroo range, not monkey range. All right, I see the answer that I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna reveal it. And is what is Tesla? All right.
Who get that one?
And that is for 500 points. So let's see who first came in with the correct response. Let me just refresh my page. All right, so first on the board with the correct response is Truck Life.
Aye.
For 500, then Sassy, Tiffany, Danielle, Ricardo. Truck Life loved that Ricardo response pro box, right?
And Ricardo,
and then go at what is Lada? Truck Life said, what is Lada, right?
So, Truck Life have the first 500 points on the board. And Truck Life will continue to choose.
Right, Truck Life, choose the next category. And for how many points? Big Ricardo stayed there with him pro box and Lord. He said cars for 400. And the cola hold Ricardo and I can't think straight. The claims them cold, right? So no. All right, let me just fix this so you can see it better. All right, which vehicle has that logo? Let me make sure. Let me just
fix properly.
Let me see. Oops.
Too big.
Oh, I can't. I don't have any control over the size, but they know what it is.
Okay.
All right. So I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is Audi.
Oh.
Known a vehicle, man. That's a 400 points.
We'll get this one.
So let's see who first came in with the correct response. So first on the board with the correct response is the man that came with Lada and the Pro Box. The previous question. Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo.
Live at the Browns. Welcome, welcome, Empress. Happy Friday to you. And she is saying, what is
Bless yourself, Empress.
Also, Truck Life, Tiffany, Daniel on a place tonight, man. And Sassy. What is he? Okay, and Empress is saying good night to everyone. Okay, yeah, picture got oversized, Daniel. Okay. All right. So, Ricardo, choose the next category and for how many points? Okay, Ricardo. Oh, the one at the end is plants. It's plants that's at the end. Okay, it's on vibrate, so why is it? Put it on the book. It's on the blue book. That is that she's here to support the winner. He's saying math for 5 on. Oh, this is plants, Ricardo, unless you mean the plants for 500. Hold on. So plants for 500. Okay, now it's saying shoe for 100. Okay. All right. Shoes for 100. Name the brand, the company for that shoes, the brand name company for that shoes. This is the going about maths. Sunshine, well, thank you so much for still being here. Really appreciate it. All right, I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is Skechers, and that is for 100 points. So let's see who first came in with that correct response. Okay, so shoes for 100. Okay, there's nothing. All right, so first on the board with the correct response is Empress, which is Skechers.
All right, Empress.
Clive, no Rick, no Daniel, Tiffany, Sunshine, and Sassy. I guess there's a typo there.
Okay. So the score as it is, Empress on 100 points, Ricky Ricardo 400 points, and Short Life 500 points. Empress, your time to choose.
Okay, so Empress and shoes for 200. All right. Name the brand shoes. Name the brand shoes.
Alman Beaver.
Okay, and Natty also came in with Skechers.
Oh, okay.
And I see the answer that I am looking for. Somebody really know them shoes. So what is Vans? So Vans, so 200. All right, so let's see who first came in with the correct response.
Vans going for 200.
All right, so Empress, so first on the board with the correct response is Empress, then Tiffany, then Ricardo. And Ricardo corrected his spelling.
Okay, so there you have it. Empress on 300 points, Ricardo on 400 points, Short Life 500 points.
And Empress is saying shoes for 300. Name the brand shoes. All right. So what? What happened to you now, Ricardo? Sidani, welcome.
Bless
She's saying happy
Sidani.
Friday, and to everyone, to Mrs. Sensation, everyone in the chat. Welcome, Sidani, and happy holidays. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you being here. Ooh, Sassy, you're not Sassy, Natty, you need to refresh. Your system is lagging. Oh, Tiffany says hers is lagging as well. All right, and I see the answer that I'm looking for, so I'm just going to reveal it. And it is what is
It's
Adidas?
Adidas.
And that is for 300 points.
And let us see the lucky winner.
All right, so let's see who first came in with the correct response. That is what Ricardo, not stop throw maths for 500, maths for 1,000. All right, so first on the board is Ricardo with 300 with Adidas, so that's for 300. So Ricardo is the first
for 300.
For 300. Then Empress, Truck Life, Daniel, Sassy. Truck Life, kiss me teeth. Oh my God.
All right, there you have it. Empress, 300 points. Ricardo now taking over the lead from Truck Life. Ricardo, 700 points. Truck Life on 500 points.
Okay. Ricardo's a leg of the board.
Ricardo, I should have only give you 200 for this and take 100. You know, I always take 100 every week.
Okay, Empress. I see the message. Okay, no problem. I hope you're feeling better, though. And then not with Adidas. Okay, welcome to everyone who's watching on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate it. Happy Friday and season's greetings to everyone, and happy Saturday to those who are in the future already. All right, so that was Ricardo's point, correct?
Yes.
All right, so he's saying, okay, I'll go on IG. All right, so Ricardo is saying plans for 100.
Plans for 100, okay.
This part of a plant helps keep the plant firmly in the ground. Everybody run out on that one. This part of a plant helps keep the plant firmly in the ground. Just check IG. Sorry, the message not come through yet. Okay, I see the answer that I am looking for, and it's what is the root?
All right.
So the root keeps the plant firmly in the ground. All right, and that is for 100 points. So let's see who first came in with the correct response. Let me just refresh to see. Okay, so first on the board is Ricardo, 100 man.
So 100
for Ricardo. Then Tiffany, Truck Life, Sunshine, Natty, Empress, Danielle, Natty again, Sassy. Empress says to me, I'll put foolishness about STEM.
STEM.
And they'll say, Ricky, come, go up. Ricardo said they're thinking I'm going to name different types of plants. And I said, not true, Ricky. Okay, Sunshine is laughing. Ricardo is saying plans for 200. Welcome, Talman TV. Happy Friday to you. Season's greetings. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you being here. Okay, all right. I'm going to check the message again. All right, so plans for 200. This part of a plant acts like an elevator, moving water and food up and down and throughout the plant, and it's a double your score. Pick it up fast. This part of a plant acts like an elevator, moving water and food up and down and throughout the plant. Give me the answer. Let me just check again. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll touch base with you, Empress. Don't say anything.
Wow.
We'll talk, Empress, after.
Sad.
Okay, let's see if let's see. Oops. The pounds. Hold on one sec. That's for 200. All right, let's see if the answers are coming in. Okay, and I see the answer that I am looking for, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal the answer, and I've already refreshed. So the answer is, what is the stem?
And who is the lucky winner for that?
So the stem acts like an elevator. All right, and that's 200 points. Let me just go back up, make sure I'm not missing anybody. The plants for 200. Okay, so first on the board with the correct response is Ricardo, then Truck Life.
And that's what, 200?
200. Then Empress, Daniel, Tiffany. Nope, nope. Nope.
So Ricardo is the... Oh, okay, so the score as it is, Empress on 300 points, Truck Life 500 points, Ricardo in the lead, 1,000 points. Ricardo, your time to choose a category.
Okay, sorry that your internets are lagging, Tiffany and Empress. Tiffany and Natty.
Natty, okay.
Yeah. And Empress, so she know it's not so easy right now, but yeah, we see that you're trying. Oh, double score. It's double score.
It's double score?
Yeah.
For the 100?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's double his score. So
You mean double his score?
Double his
Oh,
score. Yeah,
okay.
so it's now 2,000.
Okay, so let me just repeat that. Empress, 300 points. Truck Life, 500 points. Ricardo said, fix my score. So we give him another 1,000, 2,000 points for Ricardo.
He must shout at him that
Byron, fix my score, sir.
So watch it now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Ricardo, choose the next category. Me no know how I'm doing, me not thief.
But as much more I lick Ricky. One lick 1,000.
Okay. So as I tell you, not to just play for the fun because too many fast gadgets are here.
Yeah, I tell you.
Truck Lives are recorded. It's the usual when you wanted to knock off some points. Okay, and you say thank you and give him plans for 300. All right. So he wants plans for 300. A plant's food supply is created in this part of a plant. A plant's food supply is created in this part of a plant. Which part of the plant? 300. Oh, them Mr. them British bad. British bad. I see the answer that I'm looking for. I'm not going to tarry. And what is the leaves? Sorry, if you put one leaf, it's fine. So what is the leaves? And that is for 300 points.
What?
All right. So let's see who first came in. Okay. Definitely Empress. Right. Tiffany said Byron style that. Knock off a couple points off her.
You see it, Tiffany?
All right, so Truck Life, what is leaves? So Truck Life first, it's typo, guys. So it's leaves. So Truck Life, let me just refresh to make sure.
Truck Life leaves. Much points for that?
300. Hold on.
Truck Life.
Yeah, so what is leaves? Then Tiffany, Empress, Ricardo, Sassy, Daniel. Mr. Daniel on a roll tonight.
All right. So there you have it. The score: Empress 300 points, Truck Life 800 points, Ricky Ricardo 2,000 points. Truck Life, your time to choose a category.
Okay, and that was asking which of the plant, part of the plant it's a leaf that work with making food. All right, so Truck Life is saying cars for 300. So cars for 300. So let's see. Cars 300. All right, and it's double your points. Which car uses that logo? Which company uses that logo for their vehicle? Welcome, welcome, chilling with Ali and Molly. Happy Friday to you.
Yes, I'm chilling.
Thank you so much for
Ali and
joining.
Molly.
Really appreciate you being here, and happy holidays. That's for 300. Okay. All right. Let's. Up here, I am vehicle. Them are throat there, you know.
All right.
Your I-N vehicle. And I see the answer that I am. Oh, okay. So she got it in human and social biology class for photosynthesis. Yes.
Yeah, plants make their food by the process of photosynthesis.
All right, so I see the answer that I am looking for. So let me just reveal that. And what is Cadillac? What is Cadillac? And that's for 300 points. Did we just do a double your point?
Yes, with Ricardo.
No. Double your score. We just did a double your point.
So Empress.
Who got the one before?
Empress.
Hold on 1 sec. I just realized we didn't double it. 1 sec. What is leaves?
So that was
Truck Life. 300. So you need to double Truck Life's points. So you put another 300 on that. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so sorry about that, Truck Life.
You know. Yeah, Truck Life got the double points, 10% on top of it.
Okay, so the score as it is: Empress on 300 points, Truck Life 1,100 points, and Ricky Ricardo 2,000 points.
All right, so Cadillac, and that was for 300 points. So we were trying to see who first came in with the correct response. Before I had my haha moment, we forgot to double it. Chat running up. So I'm going to throw 200 already, the winner choose category already, saying that I am too slow indirectly. That is it. I had to look that one up. All right. Truck Life. So Truck Life got another 300 points. What is Cadillac?
Okay.
And Ricardo, you got it English, but I guess the spelling was a bit off the typo.
Okay, so the score as it is: Empress 300 points, Truck Life 1,400 points, and Ricky Ricardo 2,000 points.
Yeah, Ricardo got a double your score, and Truck Life got a double your
points.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
All right, so Truck Life wants cars. Truck Life wants cars for 200.
Cars for 200.
Which company uses that logo for their vehicle? And that is for 200 points. Which company uses? Say, Sassy well prepared with her what is, but it's a typo. All right, and I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is infinity?
All right.
Infinity, and that's for 200 points. And I am seeing the answers coming in, and I know because it happened to me so many times and to all of us. We're trying to type something, you get it, and then the phone automatically change it. So let me just refresh, but okay, so 200, let me just go down, make sure I don't miss anybody before him. So truck life, it says what is infinito, but we know it's infinity, it's the phone. So truck life
for 200 points.
200 points. Then Daniel, you didn't finish typing that.
Okay.
And Sassy, no, the phone did that. Tiffany, okay, truck life went back and corrected. Empress, Ricardo. Ricardo said, what kind of spelling that?
So there you have it. Empress on 300 points. Truck life, 1,600 points. And Ricardo, stand up and now go nowhere at the bus stop. Long, 2,000 points in the pan, now go nowhere. But if him bus can't come here.
It's a rain come, wet him, sun come burn him.
No, go nowhere.
All right, so truck life is saying cars for 100. Okay, all right, there we go. Everybody run out on that one.
All right. It's a race to the finishing line right now.
Okay, let me just bring this back up here. Everybody jump out on that one. Such as the first I've heard about some of these cars. Okay. Welcome, Jordan. I'm an IOC.
Bless up,
Happy
Jordan.
Friday to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate you being here. He's saying hi. Welcome. And I see the answer that I'm looking for. Them really know them vehicle.
Let me tell you.
What is Mitsubishi? And that is for 100 points. So let's see who first came in with the correct response. So first on the board with the correct response of what is Mitsubishi is, oh my goodness, stop running away from me. Ricardo.
All right.
Then Truck Life,
Ricardo was finally
Daniel,
come.
Empress, Sassy.
How many points for Ricardo?
100. Then Tiffany, Tallman, yep. Okay, and those are the persons who came in with the correct response.
Okay, so the score as it is: Empress 300 points, Truck Life 1,600 points, and Ricky Ricardo 2,100 points. Barely move.
Ricardo, I had feel tonight. Okay, Ricardo, choose the next category and for how many points? Oh my goodness. General said, loud truck life, you're gonna give me the points. That truck life said, sorry, Daniel, don't cost me. Oh my goodness. So this earphone one too good leak. Our internet login. And I said, Daniel, you're scoring. He almost got on it, but truck life edged him. And they said, Ricky, you turned 6 bars. So he said, Byron, stop calling out the scores, that man throw.
All right.
Where is Ricardo? Is Ricardo just got it right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ricardo, choose your category. Oh, it says, oh, parish for 300. Sorry.
Parish for 300.
Parish for 300. Parish of Westmoreland. What is the capital of the parish of Westmoreland? So I give you the parish, you give me the capital. Let's see how well you know your parishes. So I give you the parish, you give me the capital. Yeah, the capital. All right, and them run out long time. What is Savannah Lamar? Savannah Lamar.
All right.
And that's for 300 points. So let's see who first came in with the correct house and the grill. You don't know about me today.
Ricardo, what in the grill?
It's house and the grill.
Oh my.
No, sir. Oh my God. Tiffany said internet stressing her out. Oh, so first on the board with the correct response, although our internet is stressing her out, it's Tiffany.
Hey.
The spelling is a bit off, but we know the phone.
It's
so
Sister
Savannah
Tiffany.
Lamar, then Empress, Ricardo.
How much going for Tiffany with that?
And that is for 300 points.
Wow.
And then Chocolate, I think,
All right. There it is. I have to speak the score again. Tiffany gracing the board with 300 points. Big up yourself, Tiffany, for that. Empress, 300 points. Truck Life, 1,600 points. And Ricardo, 2,100 points in the lead.
All right. So yeah, and Sassy, actually Tammy Buddy coming with Savannah Lamar. And welcome, Cosmic Comet.
Bless
Happy
up,
Friday
Cosmic
to
Comet.
you. Thank you so much for joining, saying who protects us from those protecting us.
Okay, very well. That's a very good question. You understand?
400.
Well, and that is it. At the end of the day, let me answer Cosmic with that, right? So when we have persons who we entrusted to protect us, and those persons who we entrusted to protect us, they are the one who actually arming us, then guess what? The people have to rise against such force. Right? People have to find ways and means in protecting themselves, right? So, and that is one of the reasons why, you know, I particularly, you understand, is so much focus on, you know, we have been there, done that so many times in bringing PNP, GLP, and at the same time, no better results. They become protective of each other. So then we have to lose them, right? Choose a different route. And the only way we can do that is to put a third party in power. I hope I answer you, sir, and thank you for the question.
Okay. And he's saying thank you and Happy New Year to everyone. He said,
Bless
I
yourself.
channeled something like this months ago, not shocked the energy is coming back. The collective is silently screaming. So
I'm
true.
telling you, Cosmic. It's just that we miss.
Who are feeling it.
Yeah, it's just that we miss Cosmic earlier, because the topic would get a little bit more spicier, right? But you're so right with that, Cosmic. But let me tell you something: Mystic Sensation is not going to stop. We're going to continue to call out, right, government corruption, and and highlight it, right? Of course, our fears, we don't hide that behind a curtain. We are talking it as it is, right? Because we need justice. At the end of the day, justice delayed is justice denied.
So true. And when they muzzle all of the oversight committees that's supposed to keep them in check, then we have a problem. So the people need to be the ones to.
So long that has been orchestrated. You're so right, honey.
Because we are the government, we put them in, we can take them out by just a stroke of a finger, not even a pen, finger and ink. So the finger is very mighty.
Exactly.
All right, so thank you so much for coming, Cosmic. Really appreciate
that
here. All right, so Parish 400.
All right, Sassy, me know some time expire, you know. But I mean, Cosmic asked me a question, so you know, me have to answer Cosmic. Me know my time expire, man.
Okay, Cosmic, refresh your at the first question. If you can refresh your screen, I think your internet is lagging a bit. So
Okay.
Hanover, what's the capital of the parish of Hanover? Hanover. I must say them British bad.
All right.
All right, and I see the answer that
They are
I
so
am
fast.
looking for. And let's see. All right, so parish of 400. All right, so Ricardo, what is Lucy? So, and that is for 400 points.
Okay, and
So
that's Ricardo, right?
Yeah, Ricardo. Then, our internet computer changed a on her. Then Daniel, Truck Life, Empress, Tiffany, oops, no Tammy, Talman. And Tiffany said, look how the stupid phone changed my spell. And I realized
the phone always do that though.
I said, then watch me a pen. All right. Tammy said, Ricardo, avoid me. Okay. Chuck Life said, Ricardo, I told you to stop watch Tammy. All right. So Ricky, come go up. Give me a bly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Ricardo, choose the next choose the next category. Oh, Cosmic, your internet is way behind. It's lagging way behind. We're way past the vehicles. Saying parish for 500. Sorry, I didn't release the board. Okay, so parish for 500. Oops, I can't do it that way. There we go. Portland. What's the capital of Portland? Truck Life. No, sir. Truck Life. Truck Life, you want to sleep? Truck Life's a Monty copy. Oh my goodness. All right. I see the answer that I am looking for, so I am going to reveal the answer. And it is, what is Port Antonio? All right, and that is for 500 points. So let's see who first came in. Let's see who first came in. He says, sorry guys, I like to live in the past. That's Scorpio and laughing, and that's from Cosmic. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. Let's refresh again. This thing is jumping away from me. So first on the board with the correct response, what is Port Antonio? Ricardo, then Tiffany.
Okay. How many points for that?
How
many points going for that?
500.
500 points?
Yes.
Whoa.
Tommy.
So the score as it is, Tiffany and 300 points, Empress 300 points, Truck Life 1,600 points, and Ricky Ricardo 3,000 points. Wow.
Empress, no, so as I said, Truck Life, stop guess and spell like me. Me not laugh, we don't know, according to Ricardo. I don't know Jamaica's geography, Ricardo. Okay. And he's saying parish for 400 should come off the board. Oh,
bless up, Sister Tara.
Hold on one sec.
Tara, thank you for joining in and wish you a happy and prosperous new year. Looking forward for the new year.
That's why.
To come, Tara. Bless up, Sister Tara.
Welcome, welcome, Tara. Happy Friday to you. She said blessings to everyone.
All right.
Season's greetings.
Tara, how the turkey will go?
Tara said, I don't like this category, lol. Okay, so yeah, that's off the board. Okay, so now we're saying parishes for 200. All right. St. Elizabeth. What's the capital of St. Elizabeth? St. Elizabeth. What's the capital of St. Elizabeth? Come on. Okay, I'll touch you one, come touch me. I'm gonna move my chair. Just stop touching me. Chuck Life, no, put one on joke aside. Where you live?
Chuck Life say, what is junction? Chuck Life.
Tara said, love and blessings to all of Uno. Too much
Bless
same
yourself,
call
Tara.
right now. Chuck Life, mega take your Jamaican card from you know. You're gonna lose your Jamaican card because I can't believe.
Chuck Life say junction.
From its start, this category parishes and capitals. Chuck Life had show some weird things out there. Is what happened to you, Chuck Life? As we said, the energy here is awesome. Feels so nice. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you for that compliment.
As always,
Really
bless up
it.
Cosmic.
All right, and did I see the answer that I am looking for? Yes, I see the answer that I'm looking for. So let me reveal the answer. It was what is Black River?
And who is the winner of that?
And that is 200 points. And I'm going to give Chuck Life homework to go and do it throughout the course of the week. Look at his parishes and the capitals. So you know that you have homework, Chuck Life.
Chuck Life, why if you give you homework?
Oh my goodness. Chuck Life popping me up. All right, let's see who first came in with the answer, which is Black Donald Morant Bay.
Chuck Life. Chuck Life, where you do Morant Bay?
So first on the board with the correct response is Empress, what is Black River, then Tiffany.
How many points?
Ricardo, 200.
200 points? All right.
And Chuck Life, the easy. And then he put Black River. So
there it is.
Dial.
Empress touching the dial. Tiffany on 300 points. Empress 500 points. Chuck Life 1,600 points. Ricky Ricardo in the lead with 3,000 points to spare.
Chuck Life said, I live in the bush and laughing. Ricardo said, Chuck Life, leave this category alone and laughing. Okay. Chuck Life said, let me know exactly where I live. Oh my goodness. Cosmic said, this is also where I get an F. Oh shit. Okay, Tara saying, thank you very much, Missing Sensation. All the best for the upcoming year. Same to you,
Oh,
Tara.
yes, same
Thank
to you,
so
Tara.
much.
Right. Wishing you all the prosperity, you know. And big up the boss, the family, you don't know it, go.
Okay. Tiffany is praying that her 300 points keep because our internet just jumped off. Osh.
Okay.
That means that Chuck Life is in the middle of nowhere. Chuck Life said homework and laughing. Yes, Chuck Life will get homework. He was sunshine laughing.
Well, Tiffany is on the board. That's important. So I think Tiffany 300 points going to keep.
Mixing is here.
Oh,
so let's see. Welcome, Mixing with the Mofats. Happy Friday to you and season's greetings. He's saying good night, guys. Good night, Christmas. Thank you so much for joining. It's a me reach. Yes.
All right.
Tiffany said, Christmas, Merry Christmas, and go to your bed. Try to defend our point.
Tiffany, I tell her,
Tell her
go
to
to bed.
bed.
Tiffany knows that she not that strong, you know, on the board. So I'm gonna tell Christmas to go in bed.
Tammy was saying Morant Bay was her old stamping ground. So she asked Chocolate what he know about Morant Bay.
Okay.
You said me no. Chocolate, you really have homework for do. You said me that Morant Bay looking for Paul Bogle, or is it Nanny? All right, so who's to choose the next category? Let me see if it was chosen. Oh, Tara saying non-turkey to me thing, don't like it.
Oh.
Okay, who just got the point?
That was Empress.
Empress. Okay, so Empress choose. Let me see if in all of this she did.
But Tara said no turkey to our thing. You may not like it neither to you, not Tara. Trust me. You just stay with my chicken.
Okay, she's finishing parishes. Okay. So parish for 100. Trelawney. Everybody run out panda one there. Chuck Life, you can't mess this one up. Chuck Life, you can't mess that one there up. I'm not tell you saying you can't mess it up.
I said, Chuck Life come Joe. What?
Oh my goodness. All right, I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is Falmouth, and that is for 100 points. So
Okay.
let's see who first came in with the correct response. All right, let's see. I have done my due diligence and refresh. Tiffany said, Mixing, I know you're tired. Go hug wifey and go sleep. Mixing, she tried to defend her point. She wanted to knock her off of the board. But she's still, still good unless somebody else jump up
Even
here.
if Mixing go on the board, Mixing will not knock
But
her
if
off.
somebody else go
Somebody else, exactly. And you know, so you always have that in the last half, you know. You understand? You always have a situation like that in the last half.
All right, so first on the board with the card, David.
David there?
Yeah, he was here from before.
Oh.
No, David, look here. I'm not going to read out your answer. You have homework to go do too. So
how are David going with?
First on the board is Empress with Falmouth, then Tiffany. Oh, he corrected himself. David.
Okay. Which points for that?
Shock Life, 100. Then Danielle. Tammy. Oh my God. Truck Life, David, mess it up for me. Oh, okay. Tammy's Truck Life is laughing at Tammy's answer. That's if not gonna read it out. And Ricardo said, then watch Delco with Kingston. All right, Empress said shoes for 400. All right, so shoes for 400. What brand shoes is that one? Name the brand shoes.
Name the brand shoes.
Name the brand shoes. All right, so let's see. Okay, Mixing said was using an Android phone and have to restart. Hush. Tommy said this segment is rigged. Oh my God. Tiffany said, then Delco, where you going at this hour of the night? Oh, so David is here, Mixing is here, so Tiffany.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
worried.
She have real cause to concern. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Tara say, yes, me and you will eat chicken mystic. Yes.
Yes, man.
If it's a be right
I
back
don't like
again.
the, I don't like the turkey, Tara. There's something that just have a come like a permanent rawness to it.
Okay, David was trying to answer before the question release. All right, and I see the answers coming in for the shoes. So let me just refresh. This thing's slowing up. All right, so I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is Gucci.
All right.
What is Gucci? Gucci, however it pronounced. It's frozen. Okay. Seriously. All right, so first up, nope, let me hold that. Oh, mixing it up, work, planning fireworks. Okay.
Okay.
Hope it's not too busy planning fireworks for the New Year.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope it will be done safely and it will be a show to remember.
Tomorrow New Year's Eve.
Yeah, tomorrow New Year's Eve. All right, so first on the board with the correct response is Ricardo. You know what, let me change this device because this thing is freezing up. Yeah, Ricardo, then Empress,
100
Daniel, 400.
Ricardo.
Yeah.
Why you saying jumping on the big points them?
Tiffany, Tammy. Vincent said, Rockstone and hoop type Tammy. So the shoes are Tammy. So now Empress University Ricardo. Empress Ricardo said Empress come go up. Makes sense. Tiffany may have to dethrone you tonight.
Oh boy.
It's a loud chocolate. If you notice, I corrected and say sorry, me never see your answer.
And you want to put some big points out there too, you know. My goodness.
Yes, Tara, them still over here with the 20 speed internet. I tell you. And alien Wi-Fi. All right, Misty. Who just got that point again? All right, Ricardo is saying shoes for 500. All right. Right, everybody jump over on that one. Roll over. Do cartwheel. Just run out on it. Empress Lal only in curfew. Okay. Oops. That means I may forget price and my hard work, lol. Think you're easy, more fat. Yes, rawness. Okay, she's talking about the turkey. It smells raw. Mixing same I got oil in fingers. I'm ready.
All right.
Daniel so be fully diplomatic. All right, and I see the answers coming in. So what is Crocs? So that's the answer, Crocs.
Mr. Crocs.
What is Crocs? And that is for 500 points. So first on the board with the correct response is David.
What?
Tiffany.
I know Tiffany and Fred. I know Tiffany and Fred. How many points for that?
501. Go, she go in passer.
I see that.
And then Empress, Truck Life, Tiffany, Ricardo, Tammy.
See David go up on the bed there. See David go up on the board there. Right? More fat. I know you forgot your bed.
Oh, my. Ricardo say, oh, in a Rose voice. Mixing I said, David, me nah lie, you have good internet service, bro. So I said, David have one of those 20 times internet that Tara is talking about. 20 speed. Ricardo said they'll
All
answer before
right.
me see
So the
picture
score
of
as
God.
it is: Tiffany and 300 points, David 500 points, Empress 600 points, Truck Life 1600 points, and Ricky Ricardo 3,400 points to spare.
So I thought that it was Empress who got it. No man, this thing freezing up on me. 1 sec. Which in heaven's name? All right, let me just.
I don't want to shift on the Wi-Fi.
I use the other one. 1 sec. 1 sec, guys. I have to switch devices here. That one on no, it isn't up on me. Okay. Use this one as backup. And if it freezes again. All right. So let's see who first came in with the correct. Oh, choosing, sorry. Okay, yeah, plants is behind the logo. So David need to choose. So it's just plants behind the logo. If I listen nobody that answer not need none more. Let it stay with who on the board. All right, so David is saying famous people for 100. All right. Name this person. Name that person. Who is that? Empress said she was shocked. So they came in front of her. David said one woman. Tiffany said, who is a lady? Oh, Jesus. I don't know about me today.
Everybody's a Truck Life, you know.
One in the corner is plants, David. Let me just there. So that they can see it.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I see the answer that I am looking for. And it is, who is Angelina Jolie?
Angelina Jolie.
And that's for 100 points. So let's see who first came in with the correct response. Let's see who came in with the correct response. This one is much faster. I don't know what's happening to that one. So first on the board with the correct response is Tiffany. You ready for this? Tiffany, you better sit down. Tiffany is sitting down. So first on the board with the correct response is Sunshine.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
The mic acting up again. 807. Okay, the mic just did something.
Okay, so Sunshine got that one. What's the score for Sunshine?
100.
100 points.
So.
Okay, so Sunshine is on the board.
And then we have Danielle, I think the phone changed that. Truck Life, Tammy, Sassy. Ricardo say, watch you move this now. Since I feel say David is that's RT boss.
You said David RT boss.
No, sir.
Okay, so Sunshine graced the board with 100 points. Tiffany, 300 points. David, 500. Empress, 600 points. Truck Life, second place, 1,600 points. And Ricky Ricardo, 3,400 points.
Ricardo said, Tiffany, look, the new person on the board. Ricardo said, oh, the man didn't know the answer before the pick come out. Oh, before David. And he says, David said, I'm going to relax with him 5 bills.
You're too funny. Byron, stop calling me about 300 points.
And Tommy saying this category is Ricardo's kryptonite. All right. Oh, it said Ricardo said it sounds bad. Is it better now? I think you did lean forward. That's why.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Is the mic better now? Microphone testing. 1, 2, 3. Microphone testing. How is that, people? Talk to us.
All right, so you're saying it's all good now. I think it's when they lean forward and was laughing.
That means we need to turn down the thing there.
All right, so Sunshine is saying famous people for 200. Everybody run out.
All right, run out. Famous persons for 200 points.
Tiffany said try my 300 just not safe again. This famous person should be multiple choice. Oh my God.
People in British body now. And so,
I tell you. Sunshine said, boy, I'm on the board for the first time. Excited, oh you mean? Not, not drum. I'm excited for Sunshine. Yay!
Yeah, I mean Sunshine.
Up
on the board.
Must say somebody need to call Ricardo phone. And it's a call, oh Empress. Oh my God. No, it's Empress said no, call Delco phone. Somebody need to call Delco phone. Chucklife is saying congratulations to Sunshine. And Delco give Byron some current there. Tiffany said me don't play. Look what big Delco do. Look, no one choose that category and look what he did.
But Tiffany still maintain him thinking and nobody not each on Tiffany yet. All right. So Tiffany still in the race.
The answer that I'm looking for. They said The Rock, but I wanted his name. Who is Dwayne Johnson? All right.
Teacher P a while ago. Bless myself, Teacher P.
Hold on, let me just bring, and that is for 200 points. Let me just bring it up. Welcome,
Yeah,
Teacher P. Yes, happy Friday. She's saying, good night, Mystic Sensation, and everyone in the chat.
Yeah, bless myself, Sister Teacher P, and wishing you a happy new year when it comes, and a prosperous one as well.
All right, so big up yourself, Mystic. Big up yourself, Teacher P. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate you being here. All right, so first on the board with the correct response is Empress, which who is Dwayne Johnson. Everybody else put The Rock, but then they went back and put Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
Right, so Empress got that, and that was for 200 points. Mixing them distracted.
Empress got that?
Yeah,
so
200 for
points.
Empress, yeah.
Right, okay, so Empress a secure him spot, you know. All right, so there it is.
That's a nimble your fingers, them more fats.
Okay, so Empress, your time to choose a category. Empress secure.
Tiffany says Sunshine, why you never write where is Angelina Jolie instead of who is. Thank you so much for still being here, Car. Really appreciate it.
All right. Big up yourself, Car. Phenomenal motivation. Thank you for passing through. Really appreciate that. Happy, prosperous new year, when it comes. The thing set. Wishing you all the blessings,
All right. Flatness because me not take The Rock. All right, famous people for 300. Okay. Who is this person? Everybody run out.
Angry, cross, miserable.
Oh, she just got home. Okay, I'm glad you got home safely. Said she was in Montego Bay. Okay.
Who that?
Teacher P.
Oh,
So she
okay,
just got
Teacher
home.
P.
She was in Montego Bay. Okay, I hope you had a good time, and I'm glad you got home safely. I brush scratch myself. Ricardo said, jumpy, Empress, I look easy way out. Oh my God. Oh, Delco. Oh, it's lagging. Okay, refresh your internet, David.
David, refresh your internet.
Tiffany said, look how internet lagging now. I've time to sleep with this. All right, and I see the answer that I am looking for. All right, let's. So it is, who is Samuel L. Jackson? And that is for 300 points.
Ooh.
So let's see who first came in with the correct response. And first, let me just refresh just to make sure. So first on the board with the correct response, wait for it. Truck Life, who is Samuel L. Jackson, and that's for 300 points.
300 points going to Truck Life there.
Mixing. Okay, Tammy corrected herself there. Hold on.
Okay, so the score as it is,
So
Sunshine, 100 points. Tiffany, 300 points. David, 500 points. Empress, 800 points. And Truck Life, 1,900 points. Ricardo, 3,400 points. Truck Life, your time to choose a category.
Okay, Sunshine also say, who is Samuel L. Jackson? Teacher P saying, I'm so tired, I took someone to the airport. Thank you, Mystic.
Oh.
Okay. Mixing to Truck Life, you could have given me that one day.
Oh, so Teacher P drove all the way from what, St. Mary?
Mm-hmm.
A good journey.
Yep.
Good piece of journey.
David. Okay, so David come away down. Okay, Truck Life is saying famous people for 400. Oops. Let me just bring her up a little more. Yeah, this is another big picture.
Oh,
sorry, she's all up in your face, but at least you'll see her clearly. All right, so name the person.
Okay.
Name her what we know her as. Yes. Okay, and I see the answer that I am looking for. So I am not going to delay, and it is, who is Lady Gaga? Who is Lady Gaga? No people, man. 400.
Right and sharp.
May I tell you?
Sharp tonight.
Sharp bad.
400 points?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Tiffany said, no mixing. Go to your bed, but give your points. Tiffany said, right now she only cheering. Tammy said, go on with yourself, Truck Life. All right, so first on the board with the correct response is Ricardo, and that is for 400 points. Then Tammy, Truck Life. Oh, Teacher P said, yes, good journey for real, Mystic.
Yeah, man.
It's long drive.
Yeah, good journey there.
And Sassy, Sunshine, Mixing. Truck Life, go back, go put another name. Kind of say, watch Christina. All right, so who got that point just now?
Ricardo.
Ricardo, so choose the next category, Ricardo. Let me go down and see if he's chosen yet. No. We'll say, who is Adele? Say, am I singing that to know? Who is Madonna? Oh my goodness, Truck Life, just to throw them out there, so. Ricardo said, oh, I'm not see you put on him score.
Yes, man. I put on the score. Sunshine, 100 points. Tiffany, 300 points. David, 500 points. Empress, 800 points. Chuck Life, 1,900 points. And Ricardo, 3,400 points. A joke, I trick me trick you. 3,800 points. I know you want to hear that. That's why I give you that. King Lion, bless up yourself.
Welcome, King Lion. Happy Friday and happy holidays. Welcome.
And wishing you a prosperous new year, my boss. You don't know anything set. Bless up yourself, Lion.
Roar into 2023.
All right.
All right, so plants of 400. This part of the plant takes water and nutrients from the soil and sends it to other parts of the plant. Roll out, people.
Roll out.
Rope in.
Let us see the brilliant minds.
Welcome, Agnes. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate
Agnes,
you.
bless up
being
yourself.
here.
Happy New Year when it comes, my boss. Wishing you a prosperous New Year as well.
Yes, wishing everyone a
All
prosperous
right.
New
Don't know
Year.
the thing set.
No, well, we have to go step into 2023 in
23,
style, you know. We have to go
exactly.
step in style. So when we come back on live, we have to go step into 2023
Yeah.
live with style.
Yeah. Next week Friday we are stepping in
close
style.
to the mic again, making us start act up. All right, and I see the answer that I am looking for, and it is what is the roots? What is the roots? So let's see who first, and that's a 400 points. So let's see who two 500 leave there.
Whoa.
Tiffany's supposed to have
Tiffany still holding on.
Tiffany over the cliff and holding on to her root.
I honestly think that Tiffany is going to make it. Honestly. Well, Sunshine is there. If Sunshine eat any one of this food, boy, Tiffany poop.
Tiffany call Sniper if him home from work for come and hold your hand there. You need that Sniper for hold you up at this point.
Tara said, see why I can't play these games. Was reading and I saw answers in the chat long time. Tara, man, tell us, some of them just put out the answer before the question even asked. Why didn't I use it?
The internet speed. That means pick the category and leave Marin alone, Ricardo.
Ricardo, leave me alone.
Oh, Agnes says Tiffany. Agnes says Tiffany's their phone.
No, Lion, you're late, man. When we are past through, everything is good. Big up yourself, boss.
I said, Teresa, Ricardo reached enough, man. All right, so first on the board with the correct response of what is roots is Empress, then Truck Life.
What?
Then
Empress?
Then Natty, and that's a 400. Sorry, then Tammy, naturally Tammy, then Agnes.
My goodness. So this is nail bite. All right. So here we are going on. Sunshine, 100 points. Tiffany, 300 points. David, 500 points. Empress, 1,300 points. Shot Life, 1,900 points. Ricardo in the distance, 3,800 points. All right. Hold the faith, Tiffany. Hold the faith. Oh, we have two more.
One hold on to the root. You go blind me. Your teeth strong a while ago.
I really want to speak on this.
Yeah, most blind me to box.
Was it? The teeth coming show us.
That's a torrential rain.
Yeah.
I said the teeth almost lick up my eyeball.
Was it the teeth coming show us?
That teeth are too strong.
All right.
No.
A New Year blessing. New Year blessing. Show us a blessing.
Let me check the site if it's still good. Okay, this part of a plant can become a fruit when pollinated. No, sir. Let's see.
All right.
Okay. And I see the answer that I am looking for. So my sight's still good, we can't see.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna tarry. So what is the flower? So this part of a plant can become a fruit when pollinated. So what is the flower? And that is for 500 points. So let's see who gained that 500 additional points.
What's going on here?
Because people, you know what I got twat. Hanging on for dear life to the root. Up to Charlie tonight. Oh, he must fall asleep or tired or busy.
Charlie tired, man.
Everybody laughing. Makes him say, whoa. What? Let me see.
Oh, go on, sir.
Let me see if I see what I'm seeing right. Let me clear my eye. Let me see if I'm seeing right. I need a windscreen wiper for my eye right now. All right. Am I seeing what I'm seeing? So, first on the board is the lady that is holding on to just a root here.
What?
For dear life.
Tiffany.
For 500 points is Tiffany.
Tiffany secure herself. That's awesome.
Right. For sniper, but she don't need sniper.
So guess what now? Guess what now? 500 left. A David under the gun now, you know. David under the gun.
Jesus, what?
Tiffany clear her path. Tiffany now in the passa with David.
Tiffany find a strong route and pull herself from over the cliff.
Tiffany left out of the passa.
So David has sunshine in the sunshine.
But if sunshine ever lick him. All right, so the score as it is, this gets interesting. The score as it is, Sunshine on 100 points, David 500 points, and Tiffany secure herself on the board, 800 points. Empress, 1,300 points. Shot Life, 1,900 points. And you know the big money, you understand? The front, Ricardo, 3,800 points to spare.
No, Empress. Am I seeing which plant have ovaries? I need you to tell me.
No,
you need to carry me go your biology.
Empress, the one low. Empress, where's the plant have ovaries? Oh, I'll go on with Empress.
She really off tonight. Because
all right, we can start right on the big winner them name now, you know.
David said, watch slackness. The Lord Jesus.
All right. May I write on the big winner them name right now.
I said, Ricardo, they'll could charge up now. All right, so let me reveal the last category, drum rolls. As he said, congratulations to all the winners. Ricardo is asking again, what's the score?
Okay, so the score as it is before we take away the final points. Sunshine on 100 points. David is looking into the rifle scope of Sunshine on 500 points. Tiffany, 800 points. Tiffany, no, you're not the passa with them, right? No, you're not the mix up with them. Empress, 1,300 points. Shot Life, 1,900 points. And Ricardo, 3,800 points. The real big man in the place.
Chuck Life, I can't get to the game. Chuck Life and Showtime Santa name. Who is Wesley Snipes? Who is Avatar?
Tara, see what you say?
Tara said, me back for new plant pieces with
Tara, see Chuck Life will prove the evidence there. You understand? Answer the come out before the question asks. See Chuck Life on the video.
I'm mixing in on it too.
So I'm mixing in on it.
All right, so drum roll. Let me take my time and reveal. This one calls for slow rising of the curtain. This one calls for slow rising of the curtain. And this one, if I am not wrong, it's a double point answer.
Woo! Double points, the last one? No, this.
So that's 1,000 points. So.
I can't write down the third person
yet. Name, not in character.
Can't write down the third person yet.
Tiffany said
Oh,
it was a
no,
movie man head.
Don't what you accept the character on it?
Hmm?
You accept the character or the name?
The name you're looking
Okay.
for. The name. You give me two characters here, but I see the name that I am looking for. Somebody, I say somebody in the chat create an upset.
What?
So let me see and
Hold
I see
on
the
there.
answer that I am looking for. And
Is it
who
serious?
Robert Downey Jr., otherwise known as Tony Starks or
So-
Iron Man,
So
aka.
do we have an upset? Do we have an upset?
That is
All
for
right.
8,000 points. Now we need big screen
So
for that
then,
one here.
I can't
Well
write down
done.
the third winner yet, you know, because the upset can be serious.
All right. So board clean. So we go on
Alright.
big screen for that one here.
Yeah. Let us see what I go on for the
All
winner.
right. So let me. It's like they'll go get knocked.
Is there an upset?
Whee! Somebody throw out one kangaroo wrench.
What the judge? Not tell me.
Watch me, I'll say Sylvester Stallone.
What? How in Rambo gone na that?
Me don't know. Who is Robert Downey Jr.? Is Sunshine
What?
for 1,000
No,
points.
seriously.
Lick off
No,
David.
seriously.
David, you
My
can't get
goodness.
too comfortable.
Oh my goodness.
Put up 500 points
No,
and say
this-
get comfortable.
Honey, this is an awesome game. Right? David get dethroned at the last question. Woo! All right. So, David, boy, trust me, Sunshine, guillotine. All right. So the score as it is. Me name the call David name on the board. Let me take him off for the board.
Before
take
David, make sure you put a little lens in. You feel
Yeah.
500
Let me
and
take
say
him.
my rest.
Yeah, let me take him off for the board. All right. So him not up on the board.
David,
All right.
Byron,
So
drop your boof.
Tiffany, me nah move with the loser. Me nah move with Sunshine and support tonight. So Tiffany, as it is, on 800 points, right? The defeater, right? Queenie, right? Hold on there. It look like David Amari. No, sir. Sunshine on 1,100 points and Empress 1,300 points in third place. Truck Life second place, run up 1,900 points, and the winner for this week is no other than Ricky Ricardo, 3,800 points.
Easy.
Whoa!
Okay,
All right,
we're
so
there.
it is what it is.
David, when you not put distance between you and
David?
people, that is what happened.
Well, it goes to tell you that, remember, don't play with Sunshine. So if next week you come here and Sunshine, right, is in the game, don't play. All right. Bye, Sunshine. Eat your food. All
David
right.
said, David
Good
said,
game, nice game.
Sunshine, get it to, you know what?
Empress.
And a Jim Carrey name get thrown out there. All right. And David said, me go on my bed, have a good night, people. Good night,
All
David.
right.
Rest
Bless
well.
yourself, David.
Happy Friday to you.
And good
Happy New
sportsmanship.
Year
We
when
love
it
that.
comes, and sleep comfortable.
Right.
Ricardo said, trouble, Ricardo. Six bars, David. Tara is laughing.
But Sunshine just cool and you understand, and the last one, Sunshine just, wow, why? That one about.
David says 6 is real and laughing. Tiffany said, dead with laugh, 800 points. Me no business with the upset.
Well, I mean, if me,
It's laughing.
the fuck of the matter, Tiffany,
Tiffany pull up herself.
Tiffany is on the board, pull up herself, but just look like that Tiffany got that one. You understand? Because Tiffany would be the one that dethroned, but the name. Tiffany came through.
Ricardo said-
Wonderful fighting.
Ricardo said Tiffany,
Boy.
the boy get a radam.
Is that Radam in getting? Where's the sunshine? Radam. Walk foot. Boy, trust me. That's what things said.
Nothing they'll go get knocked.
Radam. No, Ricky. David not get knocked. You get Radam. Chuck life. Right.
My God. Tiffany,
Nice
the
game.
boy get radam.
Nice game. Really appreciate
Oh
it.
my God.
All right. So impress.
Chuck Life said this was really a good game.
Trust me, love it, Chuck Life.
Mix it
Enjoy
said,
it.
David, if you're not say 6 no girl no one, yeah.
Aye. Aye.
That's a Ricardo radam. Oh my God. I said that is it, move fans.
All right.
So
do we have sunshine?
My word, I saw Byron I deal with your Delco.
Do we have sunshine? Digit?
Must just send it to me on IG.
All right.
So that end of the year, well, I'm proud of myself.
Remember me tell you, big up sunshine for that. Really a wonderful performance.
As we always say,
Extremely
the race
wonderful
is not for the
performance.
swift, but those who can endure to the
But
end.
them know that. So many times we have seen a similar defeat like this, like what happened just a while ago. But you know, it's an awesome game. Really like it. Boy, trust me.
Congratulations again on making the board at the end of the year. Sunshine.
Yes. So Sunshine, you need to give us your digit on IG. So then we can send your credit to you.
So let me put in my IG info.
So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, tell Empress to put in Empress
IG.
put in
where is where's Netbot? I can't believe, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a senior moment.
She's tired.
I worked last night. I got a little sleep today, but
All
I'm
right.
still tired.
Empress, put in the IG for us.
Put in the first part, I can't remember the rest. Oh my God. Is there anything else after that?
All right.
Oh yes. I even forget my name in the planet. Thank you, Empress. I got a senior moment here a while ago.
Sidney, bless up yourself, Sister Sidney. And happy new year to you, hoping a prosperous 2023, right?
It's the sunshine, put up the sun.
Yeah. Wishing you all the best for you and your family for 2023, Sidney. Big up yourself.
It's Rocky Day, Ricardo. Rocky Day is sunshine.
Okay.
Okay, Sunshine is saying, thank you for the support, Baron.
Bless yourself, Sunshine.
Daniel said, I must get a prize for the attempts. Okay, put Daniel down here because I'm really going good tonight.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So put Daniel on there. Daniel, send me a digit on IG.
Yeah, Daniel, send me a digit on IG.
Give you something for effort. You're not
All
only
right.
giving you ERF for effort. Oh, you see, they're calling you out, Sunshine. Say, Ricardo first call you out, who is Sunshine? And Tiffany said, exactly, Ricky, Sunshine need to declare he or she. We don't do anonymous around here. It's Rocky Day. He's been here many times.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Empress wanted to the 894.
894 Empress?
Yes.
894. All right.
Okay, so Sunshine, see Empress put it there on _mystic2. So you can send your number that you want the credit sent to there. And anybody else? Well, everybody else I know their number.
Okay. Oh, so Daniel, we don't have Daniel number. Do we have
Daniel is going to send it to me on
okay,
IG
on
as
IG,
well.
okay.
What is that dead with laugh? Ricardo said, don't do drug life, you call people if you come beat up my friend. Watch how we are going box, next week. Truck life. You see that? So you have to come with your A game next week, you have to come with your A plus game, because you always come with your A game. A plus game. You say Ricky, I call you out. All right.
But guys, what about the team game? The team
Baron, it's for us to put it in there. They keep asking, but we need to be able to find the time to meet with people on IG and decide how we're going to do it. But we can put people in team of maybe 3 because we have this, although we can put more. But with the numbers plain, we need to have an even number. Maybe the 2 or 3 teams.
Yeah.
And then it from there. All right. Ricardo said, don't worry, David, we're going to beat them up next week. You want to team up with David now after every week and show David underneath the bus.
But good performance from all participants. Really a wonderful performance tonight. I really enjoyed it. Right, Truck Life always come with his A game. Don't joke about that. Ricardo, we all know same as the general, right? Empress, right? What we are calling out all the apex players, right? Big players don't play. Tiffany again, yeah, right? Tiffany has been there, done that. David, although David is not on the board this week, right? David is also an apex player as well, right? Sunshine, happy for you, right? Come through the last question there and finish on 1,100 and finishing 4th. Wonderful performance. Really appreciate that.
David giving them a PJ. David said, wait until
next week. Man, I
shall return.
Well, say next week it's going to be hot. All right, so we are anticipating that for next week.
All right, so let's see. Hold on. David said, that is it, Ricky. We go to war next week.
All right.
Whoa, so I better make sure my template look good for next week.
You better.
It's all out.
What is it?
It's all out next week. Makes sense that when I go farm a team, I go warm the bench. Ricardo said, Truck Life, prepare for your defeat next week. I'm not careful. Oh, no, I'll call out people and let's see what happened fasting. Oh my goodness. Big players like Sunshine, I tell you. And Tiffany saying, thanks much, Baron. Although the family is going through a turmoil presently, the young lady that took out her 3-year-old, oh my goodness, she's my uncle's wife's daughter. Oh my God. I am so sorry, Sidani. I saw the news. I am so sorry. I can't imagine what you guys are going through right now. My condolences regarding the little 3-year-old. That is so sad. I really can't. It is just a sad situation. It is just a sad situation because no matter what, you just can't fathom what was going through her head at that point. It's a little girl, a 3-year-old girl, where her mother, oh my goodness, number 3'd her. She tried to strangle her, it didn't work, and then she stabbed her up with a knife in Florida. It's really sad. I am so sorry about that, Sidani. Really, really sorry about that. Can't imagine what you're going through. Our sincerest condolences go out to you and the family. And then what's gonna happen with the mom now? I hope if it's a mental hits you, well, there must be some mental component to it. So I hope she's gonna get the help that she needs, because for her to do that and then sit and then call the police, it shows that something went wrong upstairs. You know, it's a really sad situation, and I'm so sorry I have to be going through it. For anybody who would have to go through that, it's a very sad situation. Oh boy. All right, guys, so we are going to take a moment of 1 minute silence for those who have lost their life throughout the year and will not be seen 2023. So if we can just take a moment of silence, and please remember all the families in your prayers, and remember those who were taken through violence and those who were taken through sickness and whatever means, and pray that their families find some peace throughout this holiday, because I know there's a lot of families that will be missing their loved ones. So we're going to take a minute of silence for those who have lost their lives. Yes, Bullseye and what's his name, Boss. There's quite a few YouTubers who have lost their lives. So we're going to start that minute of silence like now. Okay, guys, thank you for that reverence, and persons who are putting up their names in the chat. For those we know on social media, it's official. Dion, Yard Boss, Bullseye, and there are a few others. And Sidonie saying not easy, and trust me, I can't say exactly how you're feeling, but I understand. I really understand. So I pray that God give you all the strength that you need, and to get through these times, and hopefully the mother will get all the support and help that she needs, because maybe at the moment it didn't register to her what was happening, and then when reality really hits, I'm sure she's going to need all the support that she needs, because there were some circumstances there that we were saying on that was happening with her on the news. So she could have just maybe temporary insanity or whatever, but it's just a sad situation, just a sad situation. Yes, he's going to get something to eat, Tiffany. He came in, friends came over, and he hasn't eaten and has been just drinking a little. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna end here, and I'm going to wish. Oh, so then he's saying that's the painful part when reality hits. Yes. She's gonna need, as I said, all the support that she can get. Okay. All right, guys. So I want to wish everyone a happy and prosperous, blessed new year to come. Everyone, we have to try and keep safe, be vigilant, because we don't know what the year is gonna bring, because we're living in evilous and perilous times. So we have to make sure we look out for each other, be our brother's keeper, check on each other. If you don't hear from somebody for a while, check to make sure they're okay. If somebody is in need of something, try to help the person out. Each one help one, try to lift up each other, you know, and try to go back to what Jamaica used to be like years ago, when our neighbors, each neighbor cared for each other. Each person was concerned when something is happening to somebody else. When there's a life loss, it's not looked on as a regular everyday happening. We need to go back to caring and loving and, you know, just being there for each other, because we're living in the last days and these are really evilous and perilous times. So I am going to say Happy New Year again when it comes, and everybody keep safe, stay blessed, have a wonderful rest tonight, and stay safe and walk good. Okay, Chuck, thank you. And Sudan is saying so true, Anne. Okay, and Ricardo is saying stay safe out there, guys. Have a good night and great weekend. Happy New Year. When it comes, guys, we will all meet in 2023 by the grace of the Almighty. Amen. Thank you so much for that. Again, guys, keep safe and walk good. Until next time. Bye.